Alright guys, so in this video I'm going to be showing you how to get defensive tackle A-gap from the 4-3 over formation, and this is going to come in versus under center or shotgun or pistol. It comes in versus everything. It is a 5-man rush. We will be able to adjust it to make it a 4-man rush for shotgun or pistol, but for under center you do have to rush 5. As you'll see right here in this video or in this clip, you will see that the defensive tackle will come free directly up the A gap. Now, if he doesn't come in, typically what will happen is the defensive end over here on the left will come in through the B gap, and on a rare occasion the outside linebacker on the left will loop around and come in outside. But for the most part you will get this A gap pressure. When you don't get this pressure, you will tend to get B gap pressure from the left. So as you see right here, the center, for whatever reason, doesn't block the D tackle and goes and double teams the right of screen defensive tackle for a second and reacts to where we are at. We are playing on that middle linebacker, and that pretty much does nothing. But nice blitz, and it does come 3 ways, so your opponent will not be able to pick this blitz up consistently. So that's the pressure. We'll get into the setup. We'll go ahead, come out in any under center play. Let's see, what do we have? We'll come out in halfback wheel. The formation once again is 4-3 over. You're going to want to have a fast player at defensive end. You'll want to have a fast player at defensive tackle. You will want a guy that's going to be able to hold up against double teams at the defensive tackle on the right spot. And then you will also want to have a fast player on the left of screen, linebacker. Now, obviously that's a lot of fast people to have. These players don't have to be blazing fast like they are on Seattle. So is pretty much what you need, though, is decent speed, strong guy, decent speed, I guess, doesn't really matter. Somebody that could actually operate as a spy, and then finally a decent speed guy as well. So doesn't have to be, super fast, but needs to be, somebody decent. So any play, the splits will work any play. We use 3 plays primarily if we think our opponent is in under center. They tend to work slightly better. If our opponent is in shotgun, we can really use any play. So the plays for shotgun or under center are going to be fire zone 2, strong slant 3, Mike will blitz. Those are going to be the plays that we primarily use. If they are in shotgun, we could use plays like cover 4. We could even use cover 4 versus under center. However, the blitz becomes slightly less consistent. It still will come in most times, but not all the time. So finally, we do have a 6-man version of this blitz that will get you a gap on the left and a corner blitz on the right. And that is going to be corner blitz 3 that we mix in every once in a while. So we're going to start with fire zone 2. The setup is to base align press, shift our linebackers to the right, crash the defensive line down. Now this is a very quick blitz to set up because the D-line doesn't have to change. Pretty much as soon as they set, you crash them down and you're set up, because you're going to base align, shift linebackers as your primary things. Now, one thing to note, when you do press out of this formation in a cover 2, the safety comes to the line of scrimmage on the right. If you don't want to have him that close to the line of scrimmage, you do not have to press. But I did want to note on that first. So as you see, that this is a 5-man blitz. You have the 4 defensive linemen. You also have the linebacker looping around on the left. And then you want to play on this middle linebacker pretty much right in front of the right guard, and you want to hold the left trigger. What should happen is you should get A-gap pressure. I do believe I took too long explaining that, and that is why it did not work. So we're going to go ahead, we'll show it again. Fire zone 2, halfback wheel, base align, shift our linebackers to the right. As soon as they set, crash defensive line down. We're going to play on the middle linebacker. And as you see, defensive tackle A-gap. Now the one adjustment on top of this that we really like to do is we like to click the left of screen linebacker that is blitzing just one click down. And what that does primarily is it's going to just force him to stand still. In this game, EA has done a good job of making things happen at random, so your linemen will just, or excuse me, your linebackers will sometimes just wander off. You know, they'll go up and down, back and forth, and that can really mess up a blitz. So as long as you click him either down, left, right, just one click, he will stay put. So here's halfback wheel again, fire zone 2. We're shifting our linebackers, crashing down. We're just going to move that dude down one click, play over here in this B gap, and you see you have the A gap pressure. So that is the cover 2 version of this. We will go on to the man version, and that is going to be the Mike Will Blitz. So you're going to do the same thing. You're shifting our linebackers right. You're going to crash the defensive line down as soon as they set. You're going to zone out or spy, whatever you want to do with this middle linebacker in the right A gap. Hold left trigger, and you see the A gap pressure. As I mentioned, you can also do the same concept out of strong slant 3. So we'll go ahead, we'll show that. Once I find the play. So there's strong slant 3. Looks like it's set up the same. Let's see, what plays do we have? We can go ace pair chief. So same exact look, same exact setup. All we're doing, gonna move that dude down one click. Now let's just gonna zone this dude out, change his assignment because we don't want him right where we are. But as you see here, pressure's still the same out of the cover 3 version. So very phenomenal blitz, as I've already mentioned a couple times, I believe. We're going to move on to shotgun, so you can see you get the same type of pressure. Come out in shotgun, tight doubles on is a popular formation. Go ahead, we'll call, well, we could call any of those same ones and they will work, but we'll also in the next couple plays show you how you can mimic this setup out of other plays like cover 4. So we're back in cover 2. We're going to do the same thing. And the pressure kind of got jacked up a little bit right there. I think I was too close to the center. I wasn't over far enough right. Messed it up slightly, but as you saw, the pressure still wanted to come in, came through kinda. So we're going to try it again. I'm going to try not to take a safety here. So we're just going to move this dude down one step, crash the defensive line down, all that fun stuff. And it did not come A gap right there, but it did come outside. So that was one of the things I did mention. It will sometimes come outside, and that's that. So it'll also come defensive end B gap. Let's see if I can get that to work one time really quick. Like I said, the who comes free is completely up to the computer, so there's no way to guarantee it. It does typically come A gap though. Let's see, we'll come out in bunch this time. Going to go ahead. Crash defensive line down. And that time it looked like it was going to come B gap. I just quickly threw the ball to not take the safety. Let's see. Just going to keep messing around with it, see if we can get it to come B gap. Like I said already though, it's not 100% guaranteed to come that direction. So if it doesn't work this time, we'll just move on to showing you how to do it out of other plays and see if it'll come through that way. So strong slant 3. That time it came A gap again. So that's enough of trying to force it to come B gap. So we're going to move on to the other plays. So now, if you don't want to use any of those plays, say you want to use a cover 6 or you want to use cover 4, which will be one of the more popular plays since cover 4 is so hard to beat, you're going to do the same look. You're going to shift them to the right. Now, the only difference is you have to blitz the linebacker on the left, and you need to move him slightly to the outside of the defensive end. So you're not moving him very far. You just move him to the outside hip of the defensive end on the right, and that's it. It looks like that was the end of the quarter, so I didn't get to run the play. We'll go ahead and do it again. Now this time I did press, so you see how the safety drops down into the box. Once again, you may want that, you may not, completely up to you. So we'll go ahead, we'll actually even spy this defensive end over here on the right since he's not needed. And we still got a gap out of the cover 4, as you saw right there. So once again, the difference when you're using a play like cover 4 or really any play that's not the fire zone, strong slant, or Mike Will, you do have to place the outside linebacker on the left on the outside hip of the defensive end. So we'll go out cover 4 again. This time we're not pressing. The safety will stay back deep. Crashing our defensive line down. Just moving this dude to the outside hip. Crashing down. All that stuff. Spy the defensive end. And we got A gap pressure / B gap. They kind of both ran in through the same gap right there. And we get to fumble. Good times. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, the only other play that we really use out of this look is going to be the corner blitz 3. And this is going to get us dual pressure. We will get either the A, B gap on the left, or we will get, and we will get the corner coming free on the right. So it is a 6-man blitz, not something you want to run on all downs, but show it really quick. And once again, this will work, single back shotgun, doesn't matter. So we're going to shift linebackers right, crash defensive line down. You want to blitz this outside linebacker first, then you want to crash them down. If you don't do that, the left defensive end will not crash in, the blitz will not work. You can press if you want to get that guy over there. Then you want to play in the same gap, want to still hold left trigger, and what will happen is both people will come in free as you just saw. So going to go to the instant replay really quick. Once Sherman stops clowning, and you will see that both people, you have the A gap come free directly up the middle. The running back, I don't think he was blocked, but since under center blocks automatically to the right, they will not stop that A gap consistently or at all. But you will also get that corner to come free on the right, and there's really nowhere to go with this football. Obviously, if you want to, you could quick hike into the flats on the left, but that's about it. So dual pressure, you got A gap, you got outside, and that is the 4-3 over formation. I know it's a lengthy video. I wanted to do it all in one, so you got the whole scheme and how everything works all in one spot. So regardless, hope you guys enjoy, and on to the next one.